Shut up, you. Greetings and welcome back, gentles and ladiesmen, to another exciting playthrough here on ZBros Play. I'm Michael.
They called me Viceroy Shenanigans. What are my bananigans?
And this is a little game called Super Mario World.
Just gonna skip this real quick.
No. We're including this.
Michael went way out of his way to get this cutscene.
Yeah.
For you fellas.
So yes.
And maybe a woman.
We are indeed... Shut up, you. So we are indeed playing the Game Boy Advance version of Super Mario World because nobody plays that version, so... And this is the version we're more familiar with, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
So it's kind of like, if anyone's gonna play it, it might as well be us.
That little basket sprite is in this game.
Why?
Isn't that weird?
I guess.
Think about that little basket sprite.
You know what? I think it might actually be her
make that your
purse.
profile picture.
Whatever you say, George.
Make a little EPG out of that little sprite.
Oh, God.
With the baskets in it.
Yeah, so indeed, this is Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. Eric, why don't you head on over and get this fucker started, as the great Oprah might say.
Oprah Winfried.
Yeah, Oprah Winfried. Oprah Win tried to, good show.
Oh, Michael must be up to his old tricks again.
Yeah, Bowser, his old tricks. Whenever people try to play pool with him, he always hustles them. You might say that every day Bowser's hustling.
Michael thought that was a legitimate joke just now. I just want everybody to realize.
Did you just say legitimate?
Legitimate.
Yeah, it's like poopsicles. You gotta.
This is a all dinosaur coin run.
No,
we will be getting all dinosaur coins.
I did that for the review, and that was not a good choice on my part.
We will be getting all dinosaur coins, and
so Eric, if you could real quick, pause in place and press the L and the D-pad, L button and the D-pad for me real quick, please.
Hold on.
So all the people who whine about screen crunch, there you go. You can move the camera.
Yeah, and it's obnoxious, and I never use it.
I actually used it plenty of times in the review, so I'm kind of surprised I didn't remember to mention it in the script.
You didn't mention it?
No.
What a scrub lord.
I mean, that was before. I had no idea that those videos were going to take off the way they did. I thought that, like, you know what, I'll try this remake or re-break thing, and, you know, like...
That became your shtick, the thingy. Although I'm telling you, it's the sacred BBQ. It has ground. I just want 30% of all revenue, i.e. none of it, i.e. $0 and 0 dinosaur coin cents. We got all the dinosaur coins in that level, so we won't have to redo it. Not going to be the case with all the other levels, in which case, when we miss out on dinosaur coins, we will redo them.
So Eric, what can we actually expect from this playthrough?
Usually there's lots of see, the problem a lot of people have with Super Mario World is it gets a little bit repetitive because sometimes you have to you're constantly fighting like the flood and stuff like that, and you have to get like pinned down and stuff. So in order to take care of them best, I usually like to take cover and then fire just short bursts, aim for the head because that does more damage.
That is such a video game thing when you think about it.
Yeah, what do you mean, headshots?
Yeah.
Michael, have you ever played first-person shooter before?
Yes.
Like what?
Metroid Prime. First-person shooter, my friend.
Technically. You're not you're scrubbler. You haven't prestiged in Call of Duty. You haven't, you know what they say, you haven't lived unless you haven't prestige. Like if you look at the beginning of the recording, you can see my singing.
And yeah, it's like staring back at us.
And there's a lot of red.
Like, you know what they say, if you stare long enough into the abyss stares back. And in this case, the abyss...
You know about that glitch that you can do if you do something really specific, like at the beginning in this level? It like just beats the game instantly.
It's probably only in the SNES version.
Well, yeah, no shit. But like somebody only recently discovered it, and everybody was.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's fucking a big deal and shite. This is the only 2D Mario that I'm passable at. By the way, which is why when we streamed SMP3, right?
Yeah.
And I was horrible.
I need to redeem myself for that.
I was like awful. I became a non-player and just sort of sat there and made non-jokes the whole time.
So, well, you also did.
Oh dear! Oh god! Well, that's because sometimes it's a close call. You know what I mean? Yoshi!
Yeah. So
Michael and I decided that this will be a full dinosaur coin run.
No, that is not what was decided, you schmuck.
It totally was what was decided. So I missed a dinosaur coin, so therefore we have to go redo the level.
No. You're not bothering with that shit.
Go in and grab. We need to grab
Eric,
all the
please.
dinosaur.
Get out. Alright. So what we will actually be doing is, I don't know, we plan to show off all the levels. I don't know if we'll get all the exits because there's a lot of repetition there. We'll probably cut if we do end up doing that, but it's just...
If you miss out on a dinosaur coin, you do, even if you have a checkpoint, you do have to...
Would you like me to explain why it is that we will not be getting the dinosaur coins?
No, don't worry, I'll explain it while we will be getting the dinosaur coins. The checkpoints, once you get a checkpoint and you say you die, you lose all your dinosaur coins. So that means if you get a checkpoint, you just have to restart the entire level, regardless, and go back and get all the dinosaur coins. So this will be a long-ass, obnoxious playthrough. So we are going to do that, because otherwise we don't get 100%, and then Michael will feel bad about it later.
You know what, Eric? For the purposes of this playthrough, I'll 100%.
You'll edit out me going back through to the checkpoint to get all the dinosaur coins.
No. For the purpose of this playthrough, we can skip the damn dinosaur coins, for Christ's sake. In case you guys didn't watch my review of this game, which I know is pretty long.
www.youtube.com/exoparadigmgamers/YXPSP for an entirety.
Essentially, I did actually bother to get all the and that was back before I had a good recording setup, folks. That means that I was playing this game on the Game Boy player through my capture card on my laptop screen, through the capture card's preview, and it looked like shit because I was recording like 360p or something.
Much like your channel in general.
And so through that obnoxious setup, and you know what, I think if I can help it, I'm never going to use the Game Boy player for Game Boy Advance games again, because the recording quality just doesn't look that great. I mean, look at this, we're playing this on the Wii U Virtual Console, folks, and look at how crisp everything looks.
Look how crisp it looks.
This is what Game Boy Advance games really look like.
At the fucking colors, it just gets me so turned on.
Are you done, Franklin?
No, I'm not done. This isn't even. I'm not even done with the first world, my friend.
I just realized that all the Mario games you played on the channel so far have been Eric playthroughs, and it's funny because Eric doesn't even like Mario that much.
I like Marion. I grew up with the Marion. We gotta go behind the thing to get this dinosaur coin, because otherwise we're gonna have to redo the level, which would be a damn shame, wouldn't it?
But yeah, so folks, I have gotten all the dinosaur coins, and if you want to know what the reward is, go watch, I don't know, click on this link to go to the proper timestamp.
Will be
in my review.
It will be the Mario 64 head, except his face will be green, and he will be twirling around, and there will be a demonic laugh that Michael found on freesfx.com.
Yeah, I'll steal it from Flowey.
And the annotation will perfectly fit over Mario's face the entire time. So he'll have to make multiple notations to take care of that. Is this Iggy?
Yeah. Iggy, my baby. Scullivan.
Scullivan. That's the noise it makes.
I know, that's why I laughed.
I just sat down and sort of played through almost the entirety of this game. Well, first I sped run it.
Sped run?
You could call it that. I went through the Star Road route. Oh, spoilers.
Eric, I'm gonna have to block you. I'm gonna have to bleep what you just said.
You're gonna block me on Twitter?
Schmuck. Yeah, I'll block you on Twitter.
Then I'll only have...
And then I'll do that cheeky joke where you like say like, ooh, that thing you said is so creepy or so offensive that I'm gonna have to block you, and I'm gonna show you all the screenshots of me blocking you. You know that thing that Minnie did when you first came on the internets.
What?
Yeah, when you first came onto Twitter, like you were talking about how you had hepatitis and ain't sterile boy.
No, it wasn't hepatitis. It was probably diabetes. Diabetes C. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. So Michael specifically said I'd prefer if we actually showed off the levels.
Yeah, if it
he's
takes
a
forever.
numbskull, numbnut boy butt band.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because like basically, and Eric, I don't know. He seems to more or less agree with this. You can skip a lot of these levels by just flying over them, and then that's no fun.
Sometimes
for LP's sake, we want to show that shit off, you know.
So it's gonna be obnoxious.
Get in there.
Listen, I didn't go to plum school. I don't know how to plumb.
Yeah, Eric is plumb out of luck.
I'm not a plum man.
Plumman.
I'm a plum man. Skibbity bitty young diddy pop young boy. See, if I were a good Super Mario World player, I'd remember these, but I don't. So fuck
yeah, you got to play it over and over again until you memorize them.
Fuck you. This is always weird to me.
This little section, yeah.
Yeah,
there's like this weird little thing, and if you get all the coins, then you get like 5 extra lives or something like that.
I've never actually. I don't think I've bothered ever getting all the coins.
I have got bothered. It's odd. It really is. Because like, you know, these games were our childhood. The advanced games right here. Mm-hmm. So it's I wouldn't have it any other way playing Advanced 2 over, you know.
You wouldn't have it any other way?
SNES for whatever. Shut up.
Whatever.
Shut up, you.
It's okay if I don't know the English language. If I speak
okay
some
if you're
sort
an
of
asshole.
Walish language.
Walish?
Walish.
It's Welsh, you.
From the country of Walish. Welsh. Welshmans.
God.
They call me Welsh Smith.
No. No.
Yeah, they do.
No.
They call me Whale Smith.
They call you Whale Smith?
Because we did it the horseshit way, we can't get the
thingle.
Yes! I did it. I did it. I got the lives. I got the envelope. That noise needs to never happen again.
My friend.
My friend. So what's the deal with the
what?
secret exits and stuff? Are we just gonna go through it normally forced?
Yeah, we can just cut around because it's...
Be arsed. I honestly can't even be arsed to get that Yoshi's back. Oh.
Welp. This reminds me of my first playthrough of this game. This level gave me a lot of shit the first time I played this game.
It gave me a lot of shit getting through this level too, but there was no excuse for that. I was just sort of fucking around. Like only half playing. See, the thing is with like the first world or whatever, you're like, all right, I'm cruising, I'm paying attention to what's going on, you know, stuff like that. You know, I'm actually trying. I don't think that's going to be consistent. And see, that's the difference between me playing a game and you playing a game.
Is that sometimes you do really good.
Later on, I begin to lose focus.
See, that enemy you just killed, that green thing, is supposed to be like Sir Swoop.
Yeah.
So it's like...
I've never had a problem telling exactly what that was.
Why is it green? It looks like a parrot, not a bat.
What do you mean, why
it looks like
green?
a parrot.
Why wouldn't
Look at
it be
that.
green? It has a little bat nose. And a little bat
looks like
eyes.
a beak.
That's not... What do you mean that looks like a beak? It's a big round clown nose, you fucking tard. Are you tarded?
I'll stand by it. It looks more like a...
I'll stand by my word. that looks like a beak. That doesn't look like a beak. Look closer.
You need
With your
to beak
faulty eyes. I decided because since I went in this way, we're doing the secret exit now.
Alright, whatever you say, schmuckles.
Smuckles McDingleberry.
I think this is the first secret level we've gotten a secret exit, so that's kind of a big draw to Mario World. Is that you're supposed
That's
to...
my favorite part of it by far.
Is that all the levels have multiple exits, and some of those lead to new levels or optional power-up dingles. So, for example, this is the green switch.
Yep.
So, hidden around the overworld are switches. You activate them and they'll turn those blocks visible. There are 4 types of colored blocks, and only 2 of them will give you power-ups for some reason. I don't know why the blue and red ones don't. You'd think the red ones would give you fire
You'd
flowers.
think thered be a fire flower one.
Yeah. And you'd think that maybe the blue
Should
one...
I go back and do some other secret exits, or?
Yeah. You can go, since you just activated the green blocks, that's how you're supposed to get up there.
That's how you're supposed to get up there.
So we'll cut.
That's not how cool kids get up there. See, I would have already gotten the secret exit in my speed run. Maybe I can do like a little speed run, a little post.
Yeah, you can go ahead and show this
special.
off, I guess, since we've already fucking.
So this is what you can do.
You can do that for a lot of levels in this game, actually.
All you need is horse food.
All right, cut.
That's my new swear word. No cuts. We're never cutting.
No cuts, no butts, no coconuts.
Listen, don't you worry, folks. I got you covered.
I got you covered like Harry Potter's room in the first book, under the stairs.
I might have to smack you with like a wand. All right, come on, baby. Come on, my baby. We can do it.
Come on, Skull of
We can do it. Get over it. Come on, baby. Where's the fight? Yeah. I see you're supposed to run up those green blocks, but fuck that. We're cool in the hood. We're in the hood, my friend.
In the hood.
We're in the hood.
In repose.
In repose. So there's a lot of secret exits. That's something in the advanced. You can actually like, or could you in the SNES version see, you know what happens when you press select and.
Yeah, that's not in the SNES version.
Yeah,
That's
I
one of
didn't
the.
think so.
Honestly, that's kind of the big draw for me. I like having that, and it's. That and I'm gonna stand by it. I still think the music sounds better in this version.
He said it. Kill him on the internet. Attack him via social media.
I mean, and like when I did the review, Eric, it's just like people are just like, it sounds so bad, and really, it doesn't sound that different. It sounds very slightly different, but you know, I guess I'm just used to hearing it this way.
I SNES version better, but I don't think it's like horrendous or anything. Horrendous file.
It's just like, I don't know what it is, but I just prefer the GBA, the way the GBA version sounds. That, and I like the status screen. That's the other main draw for me.
I'm sorry, go on. You're saying important things, weren't you? Can you spin jump on these moves?
Yes.
You can?
Yeah. You can spin jump on any enemy.
I wasn't sure that you could on boo circles. Boo squircles,
You
as I
can
like to call
even
them.
spin jump on that guy.
Now what you do is you gotta throw this P-switch at him. This is a pro tip. He gets really angry if you do that. What you're supposed to do is like, I don't know, who cares a shit? Who cares a shit? I don't want that fire flower because I'm too cool for. You should have seen me today, Michael. I was wearing a baseball cap that said I'm cool, and I had sunglasses on. I was smoking a cigarette. That's how cool I was this morning. Can you believe it?
Were you also wearing neon?
They called me Neon Jim from Franklin School. What? Oh shit.
Fuck.
Michael has tuberculosis, so one like equals
Shut up,
one
you.
prayer. So
One lick equals one prayer. I saw you do that with like the Princess Elise scene.
Yeah, it was before they were likes. too.
Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce on this quote-unquote show that I will be starting a Kickstarter to get Eric to play Sonic 06 on ZBros Play.
It's a hilarious joke.
And Eric says
You're not gonna bother.
If we raise $100, he will play.
Yeah, I said $100 because the $100, like, it's enough to make me play that video game, but it's not like anybody's gonna like get $100 to do it, so I'm probably not gonna have to, right? So what are we doing, Star Road? Ignoring it for now?
Yeah, ignore that for now.
Yeah. I don't want to. So what I'll try to do is not go through like a level twice in a row too much. So I'll just sort of, pick and choose what I'm doing. I'm going through now where I'm going through it normally. Kill the Sursuit. Watch this. Sniped. Don't even have to know whether or not that hit him.
You better go over, or otherwise you'll get stuck.
You know what? Fuck
You gotta go to the club. Sip that bub.
Gotta sip that bub.
You gotta start making trouble.
It's funny because you obviously clipped the mic there, right? But
yeah.
it still didn't like extend like the length of which the mic has been clipped compared to my singing earlier. Like it didn't move, which makes me happy that I could get that close and I was singing like Cotton Eye Joe or some shit, or my version of Cotton Eye Joe.
You should have. I don't know if you've been watching Star Fox Assault, but like.
Oh. Just kidding. That's a great show.
But Alonzo, like I randomly brought up Cotton Eye Joe during that, and then he started singing it a whole bunch. Like it got stuck in his head.
I've been living a long time now. Where did it come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
What is people's obsession with that song?
I don't know. It's like made by a European group called the Rednecks with an X. I'm not kidding.
It sounds like a really bad porn.
It does.
Based in the southern states of America.
Enough, you.